Okay, happy Monday. We are live again. It just seems like it was just last Monday, wasn't it? Well, I'm being pretty low tech today. I'm just going direct to my computer, but I have a special guest who I'm going to bring in. Fantastic blues guitarist. She's won at least 6 awards. It seems like every blues award that comes around, she's winning it all the time. That's Rory Block. So she'll join us in just a minute. And I also want to mention, if you're not already a season pass owner, that today is the last day to get the virtual reality headsets. This is this fashion item here. And isn't that lovely? And you slip the cell phone in there, and then it really brings you into the moment that you're going to spend with me on Friday, right? So Friday is the sailboat concert on the sailboat, and that's about as high tech as I've ever done. That's in with a 360-degree camera. So if you just take your phone and turn it around, you can see the different angles. You can see all around the sailboat as I'm playing, and it's even cooler if you get the little headsets. So go ahead and order them. You can they come free with tickets if you get them by today, and all those links are on murielanderson.com/now. That should be um, posted under there. So a bunch of other cool things, but let me bring Rory onto the stage, and let's see. There she is. Look.
Hey,
Hey,
yay,
Rory.
fantastic, thank you.
Wow, it's so
Wow,
cool that we can do this
it
and
is.
visit a
It's
bit.
awesome. Amazing.
You know,
Amazing.
when I was touring with the La Guitarra group,
Yeah,
and we just met briefly there. I
yeah.
think we just did one show, and I always wanted to get to know you more. You're such a cool person in what you do musically,
Oh, that's
and
nice, thank you.
what a life you've led. You know?
I've been around, yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great tour, by the way. Patty did a great job putting that one together. That was
Patty
beautiful.
Larkin put that together.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, wonderful. And well, what's coming up for you, anyways? Before you
Well,
roll
we
into
are
this.
doing Tuesdays, every Tuesday and every Friday. Somehow we launched into it in March after everything seemingly shut down and 5 months of touring canceled 1 month after the next, for me,
Yeah.
and
Right.
with a new release, so that was really catastrophic. So we thought, let's give this video thing a try. And I'm not really a person who tends to want to, be filmed all the time, but of course there's YouTube, we can't help that. But we tried it and I really love it. I love it a lot, and obviously you feel the same, and a lot of people do, where it feels very real and very present. It just doesn't feel like you're sitting like a bug on a pin. It really feels like you can feel the audience and people with you.
That's
Don't you
great.
agree? I
It's
mean,
great
it's
you're getting that.
really, it feels like a good thing. We're
Well,
loving it.
it was great to have you recently on the All Star Guitar Night, our
Oh,
virtual All Star Guitar Night.
yes, thank you for
And
having me.
yeah, that's another thing we've been wanting to have you on, and now with our new format, we're able to do that. And
Awesome.
when we started chatting a little bit, and you started to show a little bit about how you play and some of the technique,
Yeah.
I just let the camera run. I just thought it was so cool what you were doing, that
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
just
I
let it
kind
go,
of
and
like
people
to
appreciated
teach.
that. People appreciated taking that extra time for something that was so interesting.
That's really nice. For some reason, I have sort of woven teaching in to what I do. Even when I do concerts in a theater, I have this tendency to start explaining what I'm doing and who I learned it from. I think my biggest influence was actually Bonnie Raitt, because I couldn't get slide for a long, long time. I mean, I really battled trying to get a sound. First, I couldn't get anything to fit my small fingers for years, and I'm talking about 1965 when John Hammond had a slide and Devin Grossman had a slide, and Fred McDowell, who I knew, he had a little piece of metal on the end of one finger, and it was just unbelievable how many notes he could get out of an inch of metal, but that's a whole other amazing subject. But then I couldn't find anything to fit, and then eventually John Hammond told me to go and get a socket wrench because they come in every size. I mean, these bottlenecks that other people were using were way too big for me, and they didn't make anything custom in the music store at that point. So I began, after years and years of despairing of ever being a slide player, I did go ahead and get a socket wrench, and I was terrible for it. Was kind of like learning to play violin. Then Bonnie Raitt played on one of my records, and when we were mixing her, I picked up a really important thing. It actually was the door, and I'm sure you know what I mean by this. Sometimes we get where we're just frozen and we're not making any progress and we can't move forward with what we want to move forward with. But someone adds some little piece of information, something happens, and it opens a new door. Suddenly you can move on forward. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
We'll play something that shows us
Yeah.
kind of
Well, I
what you're
heard
doing
how
with the slide now.
relaxed her playing was, because I was doing it tense. I was trying to race up the neck and trying to vibrato really fast, and it was just not working. And I heard her play, and she was relaxed. And then there would be a little hesitation, and the vibrato was really relaxed. So this one is not, you know, filled with slide from beginning to end, but it's just a tune. Sunhouse, who I knew, I thought I would play this one. I've sort of rearranged it a little over the years. It's called Death Letter Blues, and it's where Walking Blues came from the template of this earlier song. I got a little morning, how to break it down. On her ear, I got a little morning, how do you reckon it is? Well, hooray, lady Lucy. Sit down, grab my suitcase, I truck on up the road. When I got there, he was laying on cool as ball. I packed my suitcase and I truck on up the road. Well, when I got there, laying on cool as ball. Sit down, I walked up close, I looked down in his face. He's a good old man, got to lay down till Judgment Day. I walked up close and I looked down and said, well, he's a good old man, got to lay there till Judgment Day. Looked like 10,000 people standing on a burying ground. I didn't know that I loved until they laid it down. Looked like 10,000 standing on the burial ground. Well, I didn't know that I loved him. They began to down. Said I got up this morning about the break of day. I was hugging the pillow where he used to lay. I said, "Sue, this morning, just about the break of day." Well, I was hugging the pillow where my man used to lay.
Oh, that's great. And we're getting some hellos from Brazil. Alex from Brazil says hi. And,
Hello. Hello
yeah,
to
Tom
Brazil,
Hankinson
Alex.
says hello and says hello to Captain Brian, who's back in the
Yes.
kitchen.
Fantastic. Hello,
Yeah.
everybody. We love you guys.
Yeah, Douglas says hi, and Robert I like too. So,
Fantastic.
greetings. So, and why did you get interested in the blues? I mean, what was it about that grabbed you? There's all these different styles of music out
Right.
there,
When
and
I was
you've really
growing up,
stayed
yeah,
there.
when I was growing up, the Beatles were just the Rolling Stones had come on the scene, and there was something about early American music, both old-timey country music, which my dad was a fiddle player, so of course I had that
Oh.
already, you know, all around me when I was growing up, and I loved flat picking and backing my dad up from the time that I was 10 years old. But as soon as I heard blues, I immediately fell deeply in love with it. It was something so mysterious and gorgeous and soulful and haunting and powerful. And what I say really is it just spoke to what was in my heart. And I just, I was in love with the music. And then I later got to meet a number of the rediscovered players, and that really drove the inspiration deeper yet. I mean, Son House, Reverend Gary Davis, Mississippi John Hurt, Skip James, Booker White, Fred McDowell, all of them were either being rediscovered or, just traveling around. I had been in Berkeley, California, and there was a knock on the door, and there was Fred McDowell standing there. And, it was like, I wish I could go back and live it again and ask a few more questions, but at the time I just thought everybody gets to talk to, Skip James, and, everybody visits with Mississippi John Hurt at his home. And, it was one of the more beautiful, inspiring times. And I just was a connection that I felt in my heart with the music and with the players when I met them.
Yeah. I had the same thing, just hanging around with Chet Atkins all the time. There's a bunch of us.
Yeah.
It was a regular thing. A lot of us met each other through Chet, and it was
Yes.
a whole group. And then meeting Doc Watson, and all these people who'd been my heroes. But at the time, it's just kind of normal. That's you
Exactly.
go out to
Oh, yeah.
say
I met
Chet.
Doc Watson in North Carolina at the
Yeah.
North Carolina, Union Grove, North Carolina Fiddlers Convention when I was, 13, 14, 15. And, the inspiration that you get from the people you're mentioning, Chet Atkins and so on, it cannot be replaced by anything else. I mean, it's just so amazing, especially when we look back and think, well, I thought that time would last forever. No rush. I can,
Yeah.
hang out anytime I want. But it's a fleeting time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is,
You know.
and you don't realize it at the time. I remember that I learned Memphis blues from Doc Watson.
Nice.
Speaking of the blues, country blues.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it because I'm not on a regular microphone.
No, I can hear you just fine. I see your gorgeous instrument. It looks like a swan.
Well, I'll just play a little bit of it. But
Yeah.
I'd first learned it from the recording, and when I played it for Doc, he laughed. He said, "Oh, you're playing both parts at once, my part and Muriel's part."
Yeah, it's great.
But I'll play a little bit of it just to get a feel.
All right. Rob, can you change my
I was
page?
half tuning up to you here.
Oh, I probably have gone out of pitch over time. I don't want to mess up your tune.
Okay, this will be some approximate tuning.
Awesome. That's interesting. That's what we used to call ragtime. That
Yeah.
really is very ragtime.
Right,
Don't
it
you,
really
don't you
is.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play, Dallas rag and Maple Leaf rag, and that was sort of part of what I was doing in the beginning, because I had started out as a classical guitar player for 2 years from the ages of 12 to 14. Then I
Huh.
encountered, country music, blues, etc., and I just immediately switched everything over. But I lingered for a while learning ragtime. It's really a struggle. I mean, I really kudos to you for going there, because that's yikes, complicated
Oh no, it's
and beautiful.
Yeah, all the different styles are. It's fun. I find it fun to just uh, toy with different styles and discover something new.
Yeah.
And I think I might like to go back to the blues at some point and really delve into it the way you
Right.
have. And it's a different thing. I kind of cut my teeth on bluegrass, and
Mm-hmm.
so with bluegrass,
Yeah.
the guitar player is towards the front of the beat, and so my
Yeah.
default rhythm is pushing to the front of the beat because that's the way I learned.
Right.
And now with blues, your default rhythm is way towards the back of the beat.
Definitely.
So it's a whole different thing.
Yes,
And
bluegrass is
so
tight and on
yeah,
and on the beat, and blues is breathing, and it's coming and going. The tempo is picking up and slowing down. It gets loud and soft, like classical music.
yeah.
You know, like because when I studied classical, I saw all these little things on top, which you know full well. You know, the
Well,
things
it's
that tell
funny that you started with
Yeah,
classical and I didn't. I started
yeah,
with folk, blues, and bluegrass. You know,
yeah. Interesting.
so yeah.
Well, but
Um,
I like what you said about, the diverse styles, because ever since I started doing the live broadcast, I should give a little plug. Tomorrow, 7:30, Friday, 7:30, every week, all the time. Tomorrow
yeah.
will be show number 55. And so we've been doing it since March. And we have a wonderful group of people, from around the world, as you do, that tune in, and they're really like, we call them repeat offenders. That's from Vanessa. Have you ever been at Fur Peace Ranch? Did you teach there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know of it, but I haven't been there. Yeah.
Yeah, you would be
Yeah.
so perfect for there.
Yeah.
And
It'd be fun.
Vanessa calls the people who come back year after year repeat offenders, so that's where we picked that up.
Mhm.
In the best of ways, we have these wonderful repeat offenders. But during this process of doing all these live shows, people will request, sort of way outside what I would normally be doing. Like tomorrow, I'm going to do a Bob Dylan song. I've done some pop songs. People will request anything, and I kind of go and I try to learn it, and then I present it. And sometimes, it being live and real and reality show, sometimes it's a massive clunker in the middle of, but not always. But it's like, this is live. I just think I played the wrong chord. But no,
Yeah.
I really am enjoying it. This whole thing of expanding my repertoire totally, and putting folk music and putting in things my mother sang and.
Yeah,
And,
that's great.
yeah.
That's great that you've embraced this time. I'm still struggling to, I so like human beings, to be
I
around
know.
people, physically,
I
that
know.
it's still a struggle. And I've written
Yeah.
several songs, in fact, that I'll do on Friday at my
Yeah.
sailboat concert,
Mhm.
about that. That's
Yeah.
struggle to kind of make make sense of it all.
That is
So it's
definitely one of the most painful parts, other than clearly people dying of the disease. That's like immeasurably horrible and tragic. But the next level back of pain is just being separated from people, and
yeah.
absolutely, everybody. We had a cyber hug twice on my broadcast. Where somebody,
Oh, great.
one of our
Well, let's do that
wonderful
now.
viewers, yeah. Well, let me just explain quickly that the people one woman wrote in that her significant other had just passed away, and we were like, oh my God, and everybody knew her from the multiple view. I mean, people have made friends and they talk
Yeah.
amongst each other. And so Rob said, let's have a virtual hug. And it just went into this deep feeling that, around the world, where we were like doing what we needed to hug each other so much. So,
Yeah. Okay, let's count to three and everybody do it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It was great. It's a great idea.
but it's got to linger. Sometimes do it and like have like a full 2 minutes of it. I don't know. How
Yeah.
long did we do it for, Rob?
Yeah. Well, we
How
have some
long?
hellos from
Yeah.
from David in Downers Grove. I hope you come to the Downers Grove concert. And that's going to be my annual. It's going to be my uh, 29th annual concert there, and
Wow,
I'm going to do a
beautiful.
real life concert. So it'll be a small separated audience in the large church building and
Where
congregational
is
church,
this?
Downers Grove, Illinois, and Tommy Emmanuel is going to be my special guest.
Correct.
he'll appear from Nashville. So it'll be
Mm-hmm.
both live broadcast and a
Mm-hmm.
small live audience. So that's going to be really cool to have Tommy join us. Tommy's a real genuine, interesting soul and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just a force of nature, uh, real positive energy player.
That's a beautiful thing.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and so we've got a hello from Italy here, and
Great.
another hello there, Nancy. Hi from Naperville. Okay, I hope you come also from Naperville. That's right near Downers. And I'll let people who tuned in later know that all those things, upcoming things, are on the link below, murielanderson.com/now, and there's also a link to Rory's website. You can go there and check out everything. And are you ready to play another tune, Rory?
Yeah, I just have to tune up for a moment, so you might want to talk, if you don't mind me tuning in the background, say, like
Okay.
a minute worth of stuff.
Yeah,
This
that's
is a weird
fine.
tuning I have to get
So
into.
we have to finish the broadcast by 7:30 because at 7:30 I have a new tune that's going to be premiered. It's a YouTube premiere. There's also a link to that, or you could just go to my YouTube site. It was recorded in this very place right in front of this wood stove, and it's the beautiful O'Carolyn tune, Bheag Si Mhor, that I learned for the harp guitar gathering. Oh, speaking of growing old, we were talking about at the harp guitar gathering a couple days ago. They gave me a lifetime achievement award.
Congratulations! How awesome!
Isn't it a little early to do that? I mean,
Embrace it.
Doesn't
Don't
that make
worry
me
about
feel
it.
like
Just be
I've
grateful.
been around
That's
a while?
So wonderful. Well, how did I feel when I went to Europe and somebody had incorrectly printed that it was my farewell tour? I mean, I did a bunch of tours after that, and every time I came over there were these big stories about Rory Block is doing her farewell tour, and I thought, like, wow, that's a little bit ominous. Like, no, I'll be back. I kept saying to people, I'll be back, I promise.
He said, that's okay. I've booked the fifth farewell tour for such
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
such.
the five.
Oh,
well,
the
David
fifth farewell
Bromberg-
tour.
Yeah, David Bromberg holds the I think the prize for having the most farewell
tours.
retirement tours, and then touring again immediately
Well,
thereafter.
that's an idea. I could do an annual farewell tour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them. Let's not get too honest, but
There we go.
as life rolls on.
Okay, well, we want to finish this broadcast by 7:30, so everyone can go over to the YouTube site for the Bheag Si Mhor and
Alright.
hear something from Rory.
Yeah, so this is a combination of blues and my style. I wrote this song. It's called From the Dust. I think I'm going to take my headphones off for this. So
Okay.
I can hear my own pitch a little bit. Everybody's asking me why I sing the blues. They're looking for a Hollywood sign. Ain't no little woman from way up north can understand the soul of the blues. Well, but let me tell you something that you don't know. From the dust of this earth we were born. He made us, good God, gave us strong emotion. He breathed into each body so well. We're standing on a corner with no place to go, and your mama calls you crazy, and you'll know. Well, the child that you raised in your arms up and down, and a man grabs you and you say no. But something that you don't know. From the dust of this earth we were ain't just a feeling when your baby says goodbye. The blues ain't no outward thing. It's not your age, it's not your size, it's not the color of your eyes, it's not your shoes, your friends, or your car. It's not your skin, it's not your hair, it ain't the dress up to there. No, the blues ain't a hat that you wear. It's a heart that he gave us and the legs that he formed for walking on that long and dusty road. Come on, children, but the church is something that you don't know. From the dust of this earth we were born. He made us good God, gave us strong emotion. He breathed into each body so well.
Oh, great. Well, we've got a lot of hellos popping in. Hello from Lanes Cove. That's where my mother grew up, in Massachusetts. Cool. And Cincinnati, Jeff in Cincinnati, and Norm Ladon says he's listening to one of his favorite guitarists right now. So, yeah, mine
Awesome.
too. Vincent says hi, and Larry. Another from Brazil, Fabio from Brazil, piped in. So.
Oh yeah, he. I think that he was tunes into our Fabio from Brazil. Isn't that one of our viewers too?
Ken from
Fabio.
Indiana.
Fabio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, and this is Bella, one of my
Oh,
three
hi,
doggies.
Bella.
They're free to wander in and out of the live broadcast. Yeah, so come and see our live broadcast tomorrow if you have time at 7:30, Facebook
Yes.
Live, and see more dogs.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tune into your broadcast as well.
Oh,
And
great.
if you're coming with me to the next YouTube link where I have Bheag Si Mhor, that's just in 2 minutes. I'll go ahead and answer some text to you there.
All right.
So
Okay, and
we can
thank you
text
for
back and
having
forth.
me. Thank you so much, Muriel. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Rory. I think you're
You bet.
fantastic. I think it'd be fun to sometime get together for real. And, because we
Yeah.
come from such different backgrounds rhythmically, if nothing else. So it'd be fun to see what we could do together and
But we
bringing
love the
those
same
things
music.
together.
Yeah, we love overlapping music. Well,
Yeah.
listen, have a great YouTube rest of your broadcast.
Okay.
And we'll tune it in. Yeah.
All right.
See ya.
Cheers.
Thank you.
See
All
you then.
right.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.